What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Stock Holiday. Happy Friday to all y'all. Hopefully, we are heading to a great weekend. Make sure you enjoy yourself this weekend. Don't let this market consume too much of your positive energy. Taking a look at Bitcoin today, taking a look at the cryptocurrency markets today. We're still in quarter four. We're still trying to detect, still trying to observe and see what direction that we're going to be going in. Now, we already have the understanding that, you know what? This doggone thing's not going to go up in a straight line. So I'm cool with that. We also have the concept of quarter four, what our expectations are for that. Will it be green? Will it be red? We know about the 3 consecutive months. But when you take a look at some of the historical facts in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency also, Bitcoin has never fell below the 50-week EMA 2 consecutive times in a bull market. So what does that constitutes? Constitutes that we are in a bear market. Constitutes that we have been in a bear market 2025. The 50-week EMA is just a lagging indicator. So that's why we've been looking at these altcoin charts. We say, man, look like we've been in the doggone bear market the entire time in 2025. Then you take a look at Bitcoin, you look at the Bitcoin charts, you say, hold up, how come the Bitcoin charts don't look as disastrous as the altcoins? Bitcoin just hit new all-time high October 6, 2025. Altcoins were not doing that. We did see Ethereum hit an all-time high of $4,900, but it was very slow and it was long overdue. Nothing in comparison to the highs that Bitcoin hit, especially when you compare it to the previous cycle. Previous cycle, Bitcoin hit $69,000. It hit $125,000 in October 2025. Previous cycle, Ethereum hit $4,800. It hit $4,900 a few months ago. So that's a big difference. Even though, yeah, they both did hit new all-time highs. But if it was a bear market, it was not a traditional bear market. Yeah, we saw some of the small cap coins get destroyed. Remember, for a minute, we were keeping track of the 4 phases of cryptocurrency. We thought after phase 2, which is when we saw Ethereum hit its new all-time high, we was going to see phase 3 and see the large cap coins really start to explode. And phase 4, we thought we would be in right now. So things have really gotten all mixed up. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have moved. Frustration is all over the place. Folks are trying to figure out what direction to go in. My phone's ringing. Somebody trying to ask me, Coach, what should I do with this play? Coach, what you doing over here? Markets all over the place. Trying to make sense out of it. You say, damn, well, if these coins were down, how come these coins weren't down? If these altcoins were getting dragged in 2025, how come Bitcoin was not getting dragged right along with it? Well, that explains why the Bitcoin dominance held so strong the entire year of 2025. We've never seen that. A lot of things have happened for the first time this year. Last year, we saw a lot of first times also. So 2024 and 2025 are different characters. It has shown us. Starting 2024, is that when things changed? January 10th, 2024, Bitcoin ETFs were launched and approved. Is that when the shift happened? If so, the shift occurred then. We saw Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. Before the Bitcoin halving, we saw the shift happening. Saw baby altcoin season. First quarter of 2024, we saw the shift happening. We couldn't really take it in because it was brand new. But now that we're about 2 years out from that shift, January 2024, now we are starting to digest exactly what is happening. We're starting to digest exactly what is going on. Do we know completely? Nope. but we're starting to digest a little bit at a time. You take a look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is $88,700. We were holding 90, 91, 92,000. Boom. Then we saw a little bit of a dip coming down again. Take a look at the VIX. The VIX is getting real low. Whenever the VIX get real low, 32, 31, you know the markets are going to start squeezing. Typically, that is what happened in the past. Will things continue to happen that way? Who knows? All we can do is go off of what has happened in the past. Fear and greed index is at 25, rightfully so. Bitcoin dominance 58.53. So it's starting to slide just a little bit. Soon and very soon we could be seeing a Bitcoin dominance of 57. I posted a chart showing about a year ago, Bitcoin dominance was about 54 or 53%. That was in 2024, quarter four. A lot of things have changed. A lot of predictions have changed. A lot of the things that we thought were going to happen did not happen. So a lot of the things that we had on our chalkboard, we scratching it. We say, okay, let me go ahead and erase this. This is no longer true. Let me erase that. Let me get a whole new notebook out ready because it looked like this shift has happened. Let me start keeping track of some other things. Let me start moving and keeping track in different positions. Did the 4-year cycle renew itself? Did it reset? Was January 2024 the reset, the shift? Because you take a look right now, we know what we're supposed to be expecting right now. 2025, the year after the Bitcoin halving, quarter four, we were expecting great things. We were expecting huge pumps, exponential gains. It's not what we have seen. Portfolios are red. They are in the negative. People have lost money. Over these next few weeks, a lot of things will be revealed. A lot of scenarios will be proven, whether they were accurate or not. I'm very interested in seeing a quick rally back to $100,000. I want to see how Bitcoin responds to the $100,000 level. Will it shoot past 100,000 or will it get rejected? Also, how fast will we get to 100K? I think we're going to get back to $100,000, but I really want to see how it moves. Will it be one big green candle? Will it be an instant reject? I am very curious to see how Bitcoin reacts the next time it hit $100,000. Will it break through the resistance level and give us a little bit of a super cycle altcoin season? All altcoins and Bitcoin still on the same track. Looked like a lot of altcoins were bleeding in 2025. Looked like a lot of them were in bear market mode. Bitcoin was not. Are Bitcoin and altcoins off track from each other now? Was that part of the shift that occurred January 2024? A lot of things were moved. A lot of things were repositioned. That is something that I'm thinking about that is making me say, okay, moving some things around, paying attention to some other stuff in preparation for the next couple of years. Soon and very soon, we're going to get it right. If we continue to pay attention to what the market is doing, soon and very soon, we'll get it right. You only have to get it right once in cryptocurrency. You get it right once in cryptocurrency, that's it. You say, damn, I'm glad I got it right then. We are continuing to follow the movements, follow the trends. That's very important. So what will altcoins and Bitcoin do in 2026? We know there's a shift. We talked about we were expecting a bear market in 2026, expecting crypto winter in 2026. Will the recent shift from January 2024 affect 2026? Well, it affected 2024. It affected 2025. So why do you think that it will not affect 2026? Yeah, I know we're moving the goalpost, but the shift. When things shift, you really have to pay attention very close. Things are no longer the same. The 4 year cycle, as we once known it, looks like maybe a thing of the past. Yeah, there's still some relevance in the 4 year cycle here and there, but as far as the whole overall scope and push of the 4 year cycle, look like we are seeing some changes, have seen some changes. So in saying all that, we need to make sure that we are looking to the future with a different set of lens. Looking to the future as we look to the past and seeing what happened during the shift that started in 2024. You see how things got mixed up the past couple of years? It's probably going to continue to get mixed up from what we have become accustomed to. So that right there is a little bit of exciting if you ask me. We could have gotten through a little bit of the bad stuff in 2025. 2026, we may still see some bad stuff, but we might be close to seeing a whole bunch of good stuff. We haven't seen a blow off top. Is there still a such thing as the blow off top, a euphoria stage? Is that still a thing of the future, or is it just a thing of the past? Something that, you know what, if you never experienced it, you'll never ever experience it again. Is it a thing of the past? Only time will tell. We know in a couple of weeks, about 40 days, we got the decision with MicroStrategy and the MSCI group, the Morgan Stanley group. They're going to be figuring out if they will be keeping MicroStrategy in their MSCI group, or will they be removing it? Because MicroStrategy is heavily laden with Bitcoin, that's an issue. We know there was an issue. Is Bitcoin crypto a commodity? Is it trying to really identify what it is? So they're starting to have some questions and wondering what is the risk tolerance with the MicroStrategy being so heavily invested in Bitcoin. So that's like January 15th, January 20th, about 30, 40 days from now. So that's going to be a decision that the cryptocurrency community will be paying attention to. But as we close out the end of the year 2025, a lot of folks will be having to make a decision. We'll all be having to make a decision. You got 3 decisions that you can make with each portfolio. You can hold and just say, I'm going to go ahead and play the violin with coach. I'm on a boat. I know my feet wet, my boots wet. Boat rocking. Ship look like it's supposed to be going this way, but it's going that way. Doggone captain of the ship drinking JD all day. He don't know where he going. Let me go ahead and ride it out though. Grab the drums. Or you can say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bounce right now. I'm done. Yeah, I'm go ahead and cut my L's. Let me cut my losses. It is what it is, but I don't have the tolerance to continue to ride this boat. I don't have the nausea medicine to continue to be upset with the things that are occurring, with the way that the tides are moving. Or you can say, you know what? This could be one of the greatest opportunities of a lifetime. Look at the prices of some of these coins. We're talking about beat down. Let me go ahead and dollar cost average in and try to find or buy near the bottom. Look at the Fear and Greed Index. We were at 10, we were at 20, now we're at 25. Starting to scale up. Does that mean the market is getting ready to pump up? Talking about the shifts. Will 2026 be shifted from what we thought it would be, the bear market? 2025 we thought was going to be the bull market. It shifted. 2026 we think will be the bear market. Will it shift? Did we already go through 50% of the bear market moves. That is something that you need to pay attention to. So some folks will say, you know what, let me go ahead and choose option C. Let me go ahead and dollar cost average and buy some of these prices right now because I think these are some of the lowest prices that we are going to see. So it's very interesting, the position that we're in right now, excuse me, especially with the shift that are occurring. End of 2025, what will it look like? We know time is going by very quick. We're already about a week through in December. Time waits for no man. Cryptocurrency waits for no man. Do you want to get in right now? Or do you want to get out right now? Not going to wait. You either jump in or jump out. Train gonna keep moving. With or without you, this doggone thing will keep moving. So we're gonna continue to see how this thing play out. Continue to watch the indicators. Watch the Bitcoin dominance. Going to watch how Ethereum flow. Of course, things are not going to go up in a straight line. We did see a nice 2 or 3 day gains here or there. We may lose it all in one day. May have a little bit of a pullback, then bounce right back up. But I'm expecting to see $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. And I want to see how Bitcoin responds to that $100,000 level. Because 2026 could get real tricky. And another thing I've been noticing over the past, we talking about the shift. Over the past couple of years, the first quarter of every year has been excellent. 2024, we saw the baby altcoin season. January 2025 was excellent. Of course, after that, it was horrible, February 1st, but January 2025 seems to be undefeated. So that's one of the shifts that we need to pay attention to. Will December started off and then we do well and pump green all the way through the end of January? Just paying attention to some of the things that have happened in the past is all we can do. Keeping your eye open, trying to have a bird's eye view as best as you can and continue to try to dominate this doggone market. So I appreciate y'all for continue to rock with your boy. Continue to hold tight. Don't let go of the branch. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.